For your bell work today, you will give an example of a choropleth map. How did you use color to convey information? And you can make up what map this is or what it's of. This is just to show me that from yesterday's lesson, you understand what a choropleth map looks like and how you use color to convey information. For your objective today, you are going to use sources from this unit, so source 1 through 14, to complete a writing assessment. We're going to spend just a few minutes going over how to write a thesis, and then you will be using the worksheet that's in this module to write the actual thesis for your assessment. So, thesis defined. It is a statement or a theory that is put forward as a premise to be maintained or proved. So you're making a statement basically, and you are going to provide evidence as to why your statement can be maintained or why it's proved or why it's correct. So what is your topic? So we're going to use an example topic on this slide. So for the example topic, it says, who is to blame for the obesity epidemic? Yours you will get on the worksheet. What is your stance or claim? So you're going to make a stance or a claim based on the sources you've looked at throughout this unit. So for this example, it says parents should teach their children healthy eating habits, right? Again, yours will be related to map makers or geographers. Then you'll answer, what is the rationale for this stance? Like, what's your reasoning behind it? So you think parents should teach their children healthy eating habits because parents are the first to teach and model healthy eating habits to children. Then you'll look at what concessions will you have to make to qualify your stance and acknowledge the oppositions, meaning like, what do you know looks like it may not support your statement, like what evidence kind of goes against you. So concessions you will make, like what will you admit doesn't help your argument. So this person said, although some want to blame the fast food industry for the obesity epidemic. So so they're saying like parents should teach their children healthy eating habits. They're the ones that are kind of to blame. And while some people are going to say it's fast food, it's not, right? So they're saying like there is some reasoning that goes against my statement, but I have evidence to prove that that's not it, right? So if you take your qualification and your stance and your rationale, it becomes your thesis. So you're going to put these little answers to these questions together. Although some blame the fast food industry for the obesity, so that's the concession you made, parents are more at fault because they are the first to teach and model healthy eating habits to their children, right? So this is how you generate a thesis. You're going to use this. You can take a picture of it maybe, but you're going to use these questions 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 in order to create a thesis about geography. So this is what your writing assessment worksheet looks like. So to begin with, you are going to examine the claim. That's step 1. Examine the claim. So this is the claim. We've looked at this a couple times. Geographers make maps to identify the location of places. You're going to use your sources from the whole unit. You can have all the YouTube videos up. You can have any of your work out. It's all open notes. You're going to use examples from the sources to support this claim. What evidence can you find that makes this sound true? Okay. Then you're also going to use examples from the sources, all of the sources 1 through 14, any of your notes, any of the YouTube videos, and you're going to find evidence that challenges this claim or makes this claim sound not true. Okay? So if you look for step 2 right here, you're going to put the evidence that supports the claim. So you're going to have little bullets and you're going to say source. I can't write with this. That says source. Source 9 says blah, 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 blah. Source 3 shows us, right? And you're just going to put evidence from your sources that support this claim, that make this claim sound true, okay? For step 3, you're going to do the challenging part. So same thing as step 2, except you're going to cite the sources, things in your sources that make that claim sound not true. So what goes against the idea that geographers make maps to identify the locations of places? So again, you're going to list your sources here and the evidence that they're giving that go against that claim. Then for the thesis generator down here, you can use the PowerPoint in the beginning of this video as a reference, but what is your topic? So your topic is that geographers use maps to identify the locations of places, right? What's your stance or claim? Are you going to say, I believe that they do or do not? Are you going to alter it? Are you going to refute it? What are you going to do? What is your rationale for this stance? What makes you believe that? What concessions will you make that qualify your stance and acknowledge opposition? So you can say like, although geographers blah, 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 using the thinking from the above research, you're going to write the 1 to 3 sentence thesis that supports, refutes, or revises the claim. So you have 3 choices. If you think that the evidence that we've looked at supports the claim that geographers make maps to identify the location of places, then your claim is going to support that. If you think that that's wrong, that geographers do other things, then you're going to use the evidence that you cited in your thesis to write a claim that refutes that initial claim we had. You also have the option to revise it, meaning some of the claim is true, you're going to alter it a little bit by adding to it, taking away from it, right? But you need to use your evidence. So you're going to write a defensible claim that establishes a line of evidence, okay? This claim needs to be uploaded into Canvas. It is an assessment, so it's like a quiz, and you need to take your time and do your best, okay? Message me for questions.